Hello, I'm Robert Ojanna, and this is the Walking Podcast. In today's story, I want to talk and share an experience that I had for myself about the way I was, or the way I am organizing my day-to-day life. And I got inspired to share the story after I listened to the audio message of my dear friend Philip, who listened to one of my previous stories on meditation and the associated simple life, and he shared with me that he will create a list of things that he wants to allow himself to do in his daily life, and things to prevent doing, to altogether have this more satisfied feeling of everyday life, and minimizing the feeling that he is just wasting time. And this was really resonating with me because I can totally understand what he was saying. And the connection that I feel with this story is that I had a time in my life over, let's say, the last half year, when I was extensively searching and experimenting with all these productivity tools. You know, like there's been this recent trend of to-do list applications, life hacking tools, and they all promise you that you can do more in less time, be more productive, more effective, efficient, and therefore save time for yourself. But the paradox is, the more you use these tools, the more you actually clutter up your day, and effectively you're left with less time. And that's as a sort of sneak preview, that's the conclusion of the story that I derived for myself, that the more I was using all these productivity tools and, structuring tools, organizational methods for my personal life, the less I benefited actually in terms of the desired free time that I wanted for myself. So let me give you some examples. So I was using tools like Google Notes, this Google Keep, that's the official name, or Trello, this board tool that allows you to put things in lists and cards and then boards or things that, like, tools that nicely integrate into my email inbox account. And but the more I was using these tools, I actually more distracted myself. I lost track where I should put what. I was adding more to-dos without actually finishing the old ones. I had no clear methodology, and due to all that, feeling of being lost in this to-do arrangement, I had to look at actual methodologies like the getting things done methodology, and therefore I tried a different set of tools. There's like a tool called Todolisting, because of my then starting desire to simplify my to-do list, because I had that feeling just started to grow in me, that I was using all these tools but they didn't really provide any added value. But of course I was thinking for myself, there must be a value. Millions of people use these tools every day. So what's wrong with me? Why doesn't it help me? And but also all these getting things done methodologies didn't really help me to get the things done. And And over the last weeks, I'm happy that I experienced a shift in my mind, in my thinking and in my mindset, how I approach my own activities. So I no longer want to think about productivity. For me, life is not about being productive, but life is more about doing the things that I really value and that I love to do. The things where I feel, or for which I feel, this intrinsic motivation to do them. And what came to me was that for all these activities, I don't need a single to-do application. So how does that look, practically in my day-to-day life? Well, usually it's so easy. It's unbelievable. I'm just waiting, more or less, for my mind to give me a trigger. So then, I don't actively think about it, but sometimes, for example, while walking, I get a thought. And this thought might be related to a very concrete activity, a sort of to-do that I want to do. Or it might be an idea that I could later prototype into a first experimental product or a service, or a written piece or a video. So I allow this thought to appear, and then I take note. I just take a brief note of its existence, but then I let it go again. And if it was important for my life at this actual state, then it will reoccur. It's like my mind, and I believe everyone's mind has this automatic reminder feature. If you find something important, then it will come back to you. And so in concluding, that means I don't need to spend time writing all these things down, because then there is that risk that I end up with hundreds of to-do list points for things that are probably not even important in my life at the moment. So this natural solution to actually prevent cluttering is to really carefully listening to your mind, and to take note of what could be really, really important to you at this moment, at this point in life, and just let pass of all the things that come up, but that are apparently not important enough at the moment to be tackled and to be done. And this realization helped me to actually get the free time and the deep feeling of satisfaction that I was seeking for with all these tools and methods. So my name is Robert Ojana. I'm signing off for today's story of the Walking Podcast. I wish you a beautiful day. Have a satisfied rest of the week. And I'm really open to hear all your feedbacks, criticism, experiences, inspirations that got to your mind while listening to this story. Goodbye.